Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. I am going to be doing a video on how I prepare for my marching band season. I am going into my senior year and have done marching band for the past 3 years, and I'm about to start my retreat for my main year, my senior year, and then I'm hoping to go into, maybe, if I'm lucky, a drum corps. But I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to do that because it does cost a lot of money and I'm planning on going to college, which I have to pay for. So yeah. Okay, so the first thing I like to do, which might be a little bit weird and it might not apply to you, is just pull back my hair because it makes me feel like I'm actually getting ready for stuff. Like I'm ready to do it. And it really does not matter how you pull back your hair. It can be in a weird ponytail, it could be in a messy bun, or like a top knot, or like whatever you want to do. I mean, I generally don't try to go too overboard because that takes too long, but yeah, so I just throw my hair back. Doesn't matter if you're doing flute, clarinet, baritone, color guard, pit, like whatever it is. Just getting your hair out of your face feels so nice. And maybe that's just me. I don't know. So yeah, okay. So, these things do apply to any instrument or color guard or like dance or like any of that kind of stuff. So bear with me. Okay. So one of the things that is really important to do is make sure that you're drinking enough water, because we've definitely had people like passing out and throwing up at our rehearsals and it's not fun. I've been there. My freshman year I got super lightheaded and like, it was a disaster. You don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you're drinking a lot of water and make sure that you're eating healthy. I know it's like, who cares about eating healthy? But trust me, when you're on the field throwing up that chocolate cake, it's not fun. That was my freshman year. Never again. Okay, so no matter what instrument you're playing or what you're doing, you're going to want to make sure that you start out rehearsing whatever it is that you have to do. So for us, we don't have music for some of our show yet. So what we're doing is we're just going over basic learning things. So for drums, you just practice like basic like rhythms and such that you would have in the music, and they're kind of coming up with what they're doing in it right now, but that's beside the point. So like just rhythms and stuff that you do, just basics like beginner instrument playing stuff. So like if you're playing an instrument, you're going to be wanting to do scale warm-ups and arpeggios and then like octaves, that kind of thing. If you're in guard, you're going to want to start out just doing like your basic warm-ups. You're going to want to do a lot of exercise and stretching. It's really important that you guys stretch out and exercise before you have to get into like retreats and stuff. I don't know if you guys do retreat or how intense your guys' is, but for us, we work really, really hard in our retreat, and like you have to be ready for that. So I just do a lot of basic like exercises, and I'm probably going to show you some of that soon. Okay, so we've got drinking a lot of water, we've got eating healthy, we've got exercise. You want to go over all of your music and your drill and all of that. So what I recommend is a couple different methods. So there's chunking, which is where you just look at 1 bar and then like 2 bars and then 3 bars. And then like you can go bar by bar and then run it all together. But you really want to make sure that you start out slow and then work your way up to tempo. Like we get some stuff that is like full crazy runs at like really fast speeds. So what I do is I start out with something like easy, and then like I just play through my music and see what I can do. And then once I get to something that is a little bit more difficult, like for me to play up to speed, then I slow down my met. And I always like to practice with the met so that I know that I'm playing the right rhythm at the right tempo and like follow along with each beat in each measure. So when you get to a bar that is difficult for you, just slow down your met and you can go note by note and make sure that you're playing the right rhythm per beat. So like quarter note gets 1 beat, so if you have like a quarter note and then 2 eighth notes, you know, it's like how that works in your measure, if that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah. So, and then if I have any like thoughts of, oh, like maybe this isn't the right note because of this key signature, like that's actually supposed to be an A natural, I can't remember how I finger that on this instrument, like, I'll go and I'll look that up and I'll make sure that I'm playing the right note at the right octave and exactly how it needs to be played. And then once I've got all the notes and the rhythms right, I go back and I look at my dynamic markings and like if I have any slurs or if it's like crescendos and like piano to forte. So you want to go back and you want to look through all of that kind of thing, and if it's like guard stuff, like learn the emotion behind it. I'm not in guard, so I'm not really sure about that, but yeah. So for me right now, I am not sure whether I'm playing flute or baritone for this marching season. So what I'm doing is I'm getting ready for both, which is kind of difficult, but I'm working through it. I'm going over all of my music for my show for both of these instruments, but I'm also going through all of my basics and making sure I know all of my notes and all of my scales and my runs to go through all of it. And then a big thing for me is having to work out, and I am awful at it, and I have a really hard time holding up my baritone through the whole show because this is not muscle, it's flab. But, you know, it all works out in the end, right? Sometimes. Sometimes you just fight through it in a lot of pain and you are shaky throughout the show and you can't breathe, and then you just regret your entire life's decision because you did not work out enough before your show. And that is the worst thing ever. So just make sure that you work out. So holding up things like contra, baritone, trumpet, you have to have really good bell angles. So that means when you're holding up your euphonium or your baritone, this is a baritone because your euphonium is a concert instrument, you want to make sure that your bell, for us, it's 10 degrees above center, but your director might want something different. So it's always good to double check with them and make sure that you're doing the right thing for your particular band. A lot of things vary band to band, like the way that you march. It could be like heel toe, it could be different for your backwards marching. So yeah, a whole bunch of different stuff for marching, and that's a different thing altogether. I might make a video on that if you guys want me to. If you do, please leave a comment below on what you guys want to see more of, like marching technique. Yeah, so that's mostly all I've got for you guys today, and I hope that you enjoy it. Good luck to all of you who are starting marching band. If you are starting it later in the year, I wish you so much luck because it is difficult to get all of your music and drill and everything memorized by that time. So yes, good luck. Go out there, kick some booty, and yeah, win some competitions or just look amazing. I don't know. Good luck, guys. Bye.
Oh, it's still recording. Stop it.